And we're here. We're back. We're there. We're everywhere. We're here, there. We're everywhere. Everyone likes their Vera, and I don't know. Hi. We've
Try.
got less.
We'll keep working on it.
We'll work on that. Eldoras, I charge you with rewriting that.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
As Eldoris.
As Eldoras. Yep. Eldoras must write our theme song.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
That's
so we are starting with a bit of well, your DM is starting with a cold. Can barely talk. And we're starting with a smaller cast tonight. A lot of our favorite members can't be here. We're not going to be having Sapala. We're not going to be having Glaive, but we've got all the important ones. I mean, all the all the available ones. I am joined by George Stephen Mackenzie, and yeah, I always do that. Peggy will be joining us shortly whenever she gets here. Are we able to roll the beautiful bean footage?
Absolutely.
And so that's why I can't have tequila anymore. Oh, hi! Didn't
Never
see you
forget
there.
that night.
Nice.
Boom. All right.
I would suggest not telling that story in public.
Probably for the best. Welcome back, everyone. We are picking up where we left off. So, the party of Vera Anara, which I can never spell properly, has been assisting in the city of Amman, attempting to remove some of the tension from the night before and feeding some of the people in a major market area with the help of Cassandra and some of the other foods brought in from Grayskull Keep. As food was pressed out, children entertained with shadow puppetry. The rooftops were being watched by the guards of Amman and the watchful eyes of our party. I believe, Vale, you were up there, correct? And Mackenzie?
I was on the roof.
Yeah, on the roof. All right. From their rooftop... Someone... What's going on?
It's one of the tabaxi guards. It's fine.
One of the tabaxi. It was noticed barely by one of the guards, by Vale, that a guard had been removed from a rooftop. Investigating, they found them unconscious on the other end of the market. Following in that direction to the top of the wall leading into the central district of Amman, and looking over the side of the other wall, they noticed two bodies apparently had been thrown over the other side. The district was put in a lockdown. The guards that were in the market all retreated into the... man, the word is slipping on me right now. I need to switch to the right screen. It's been a couple weeks, guys. I have not been doing this. The Cloud Top District. There we go.
That thing.
The Cloud Top District was put on lockdown. The ambassadors and members of the Tal'Dorei Council put in lockdown in the entire castle, sealed from inside and out. As the party investigated the Cloud Top District, trying to find this would-be assassin, it was noted that only one of the bodies had been taken inside, and the other was clearly dead.
Ripperoni.
The party, realizing their folly, had led the assassin inside the building and locked from the inside out. The party then made it back to the district, back to the servants' entrance where the guard had been taken in, finding the door, of course, locked. Broke their way in, finding a hallway filled to the brim with mostly dead soldiers and one barely clung to life, who was subsequently rescued. The hall, having been placed on lockdown, was filled and riddled with traps. Through some cunning and illusory pillars, they found the ways to disarm these traps and make their way down the hallway where they found a gargoyle statue. They noticed that a gem appeared to have been taken from the gargoyle statue, and so placed one in its mouth mouth or hand, I don't remember. I think it was the mouth. Mouth, and the statue sprung to life. They quickly removed the gem, but the damage appeared to have been done, and the statue roared into existence. And that...
Yeah, what a bunch of idiots.
What's the name of
So-
the gem?
And what's really funny was I actually completely forgot that's where we left off until I was recanting the story, and I was like, so they're just in the basement facing the gargoyle statue. Oh, wait, the gargoyle statue. That's right.
Oh,
The
gargoyle statues. Oh,
gargoyle
jeez.
statue.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all did.
It's just the one.
I
right?
mean, I am totally prepared for this.
All right. So, with all of you facing it, let's keep this simple. Roll initiative.
Maybe we can reason. Oh. Alright, Mackenzie. 1 second. Hey, thanks, Mackenzie.
No problem.
That's not terrible.
Thanks.
I'm going to roll for the first time the dice my wife got me.
And a natural one.
I'll take it.
Oh, shoot. Let me actually,
Is it?
let me open
is
my
it,
character sheet. That might help.
Is it just the one?
From what you can see, it looks like.
There's 7 of them. We just don't see them. They're invisible.
Dude, these Iman servants are hardcore.
Yeah, every day they have to battle a gargoyle just to take out the laundry.
Just to get to work.
Just
to
two of them
get to
casually
work.
talking and walking, doing flips down the laser corridor, you know.
No, NBD.
So you're
I
under the
can't-
impression that the security system is always enabled.
I mean, what better way to think about it, right?
It is for training.
Dude, if this is the servants' entrance, I can't imagine what the security's like in the main entrance.
Okay. So what did we get for initiative? Let's go. 25 to 20.
24.
Ooh,
Ooh.
we got some. All right, we got some people going
I
first
rolled
here.
well.
I need to get a penis. Hold on a moment.
A what?
A pen, you know, a
penis?
pen. A pen.
Okay. Let's just go with that. That's what you said.
What'd you hear?
I thought you said
Yeah,
penis.
definitely heard penis.
No, I said
I
penis.
definitely
Okay,
heard penis.
so veil, and then
These are
Mackenzie.
gross.
Well, Doris, what did you get?
16.
No. Roll again.
Huh?
Archie, what's your dex?
+2.
Okay, so you'll be there then.
Sorry, I'm like,
Ah!
Bad Peggy.
hello?
Hey,
Roll
Peggy,
initiative.
roll initiative.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Roll
Yeah.
initiative.
Yes, roll initiative.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Hi.
Oh god, what is going on? Why I
Okay,
can't hear
child.
you? Oh no. Oh,
Uh,
no,
Plug
no,
in your
no.
headphones.
Stand by.
Undeafen yourself. Get your cat off your computer.
Okay, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, waiting for Elena to start. Vale, you have the start of the round.
Oh shit.
Well, so it's a gargoyle. Yes.
It is.
Of what variety?
What you see before you is about a 6 foot tall, kind of chunky dog-like creature with these kind of huge tusks that protrude from its snout, big bat-like wings that are very slowly unfurling, and you can kind of see the dust and cracks through them as the stonework moves.
Okay, so like pretty standard shape.
Pretty standard.
All right. Well, seems like there's only one thing to do. Oh, that's right. Elena set this off, didn't she? She stuck the gem in its mouth, right?
She is in front.
Yeah.
I did do that.
Damn it.
Hey, she can hear us now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, she rolled a 13.
13? Okay.
All right. Well, I will light up my hands and go to town.
All right.
I will make 2 unarmed attacks against it.
Okay. Rolled it.
Both pretty good. I really hope I can hit some stone. Oh shit. How long's my to hit been that good?
Where are we on this one?
Nice.
Unknown yet.
29
Okay.
29, that'll hit.
and a 26.
That'll hit.
Cool. Do you want the damage separate or just all at once?
All at once.
Okay. I mean, like fire and bludgeoning separate. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but
Nope, not separate. Go ahead and
cool. I rolled the same thing on both.
Okay.
26 damage total.
Total? All right. From 2 hits?
Yes.
Okay. You walk up, and you watch as massive chunks go flying off of it. It rears back, and you see it kind of go to make a noise, but no sound comes out. Its eyes burning with this. What color was the gem again? Blue, I think. Purple.
Red?
It was a blue one.
Blue. With this bluish energy that just kind of reverberates through it. The cracks that formed in it from your punches seem to also crackle with this blue energy. Mackenzie, it is now your turn.
Well, I need to preserve magic. I will. What? I can't remember. Was it a bonus action for to flying daggers?
I believe it was. I would have to pull up the sheet.
Well, I'll just do that for now. Make them hover near me, and I will send the first one to hit the gargoyle.
Let me see here. Pull up thingy-majig. So it's definitely an attack to do to hit them with the flying dagger.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Flying sword. Yep, you can mentally command it as a bonus.
Okay.
PC.
All right. Sweet.
Okay,
Well,
sweet.
that was a natural 20 to hit, anyways.
All right.
I have to get a few more dice out here.
Show up.
All right. So yeah, so it's the. All right, so 5, 10, 12. That will be 17 damage, with 8 of it being radiant.
Okay.
Because you switched it to a D4. That was bonus action, and I will kind of stay at like a 30-foot cusp from it.
Okay. Uldurez, it is your turn.
Uldoris has the perfect spell for this, but
Use it.
he wants to preserve his magic as well because he doesn't know what we're rolling into after this.
I'm sure
He's
it's
going
fine.
to. Yeah, no, I don't think so. He's going to summon an attack weapon, and he is going to shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
All right. Roll to hit.
First one is a 23,
That'll hit.
and the second one is a 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that's a D10, I believe, yes. So... no, that's a percentage. D10, that's not the one I want. Where are all my regular D10s?
Mine.
Again, there we go. 6. First one is 11 points of...
Okay.
And the second one is 13 points of damage.
All right.
And target speed. The target's speed is reduced by 10 until the end of my next.
It sure is. As you fire over Vale's shoulder, Vale, you watch as this purple energy into the statue, causing it to shatter into 1,000 pieces, which all spread across the ground, crumbling and leaving this kind of smoking blue ash that cascades up into the air from where the impact zones had melted the stone.
I'm glad I didn't waste the spell slot.
Good shot. I'd
So
say
now-
reduced its speed.
So you are all at the end of the hallway where the gargoyle was, and you now see the staircase, kind of a slight staircase that leads up into the basement proper from where the servants' entrance had been. And that is where we are on the map now, right around the red dot-ish area.
Oh.
Top-ish area.
Palace
So-
is built on the Tomb of Annihilation.
It-
Xavier, get out of the way! You're so
Yes.
huge.
Yes, you all enter the familiar area and hear echoing through your head, "Oh, the visitors are back."
No.
Yay!
No, 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 no.
What's your name?
Okay. All right. Awkward silence.
All right, so you are now facing the stairway. An eerie silence fills the air around you with the defeat of the gargoyle, the bodies having been pulled out from the hallway now. All you hear above you is this kind of eerie silence, as though no person alive or dead, no mice, no merriment, no even echo of your footsteps as you pad up the stairs seems to be deafened almost in this atmosphere.
Uldoris is going to well, he's not up front, so he's not going to do anything. He's
How tall are the ceilings on this floor?
Let's see. On this floor, a generous 7 feet.
Okay, so okay.
No fly for you.
Oh, it's so fly, just not very high.
You gotta fly horizontally.
Yeah, I'll Superman it.
Superman.
Or if I just want to like hug the wall or the ceiling.
Elena, would you mind continuing to check for traps, but don't touch anything this time?
Okay. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. But yes,
I know.
can for
Please
trap.
learn from it.
Please learn from it. Wow.
I want to check for traps.
All right, roll investigation.
Guidance! Smack!
Is it? Are torches lit up here or?
It is pitch black going up
It's
the
a
stairs.
D4, right?
Oh, great.
Get wrecked, Humi.
I
Yeah,
have
it's
my
D4.
I have my dark vision glasses on.
You have dark vision glasses?
Yeah.
Since when?
A while ago.
Since Hanyo Sai.
Wow, that was a while ago. Should probably
The,
give him a call.
Killed those.
all the
guys.
all these
22.
all right. So feeling your way up the first set of stairs and keeping an eye out for traps, you don't find anything. As you get to the base of the landing and the second set of stairs, your hands, as you are feeling for traps and looking, immediately kind of feel this sticky, wet substance, kind of with an acidic smell to it as you kind of take in your senses. Does anyone, Xavier? You're wearing your night vision goggles, right?
Yes.
Everyone else has dark vision, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, so without any light, you just kind of see in black and white, since in dark vision is in grayscale.
Yeah.
It's kind of thick.
Oh, my
dark-
hands are still lit up.
Oh, your hands are lit up.
Low. I assume that makes low light.
Yeah, I'd say low light. So what looks to be kind of a thick, dark gray, viscous substance on the base of the stairs, Elena. You pull it up closer toward the light as the sticky substance kind of coats your fingers, and you see it's kind of this greenish red liquid that is trickling down the stairs.
Do we want some light, by the way? A little more.
That's
got
what,
light.
that's what holds up your fist.
4 globules of
Uh,
light.
Is it burning on my hand?
No, it doesn't
Okay.
appear to be burning your hand.
Is it like oil? Like you could cast, creep
High five.
Xavier, did you cast light?
Yeah, I have my dancing lights up.
As the dancing lights pop up and you're able to kind of survey a little bit better, your eyes trail up the stairs and you realize that this waterfall of ichor that had come down the stairs was emanating from a mostly dissolved corpse at the top of the stairs.
Yep,
You
I just
just-
wipe my hand on my pants.
Oh, don't do that. Prestidigitation.
You see the mostly intact legs and arms, but in the center you just see what's the remains of a spinal column and rib cage sat in a set of armor.
Oh.
Can you do like an investigate magic thing to see if there's magical traps ahead of us?
Let me stop throwing up. It'll take a moment.
Don't you have a an item that you can see? Magic?
I have my magic rock, but that's I have to get right next to. I have to get right next to.
I
here, I'll
love that
take it.
rock so much.
I have to get right next to something which might trigger it.
Well, here, I'll take it.
You ever hear of the rock of gravity detection?
Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah.
I got an idea. I take out the rock, and it
Another rock?
slowly floats from my hand because I use mage hand,
Okay.
and I will have that go out and kind of just
Okay.
do like a corkscrew motion down the hallway.
Everyone's just stand back watching.
Like cat.
Yeah. Whoa.
Man, dogs are easily amused. I just watched him
So
chase
how-
his tail for 10 minutes. And I thought,
How
I
far
just
down that
watched-
hallway? How far down the hallway is that rock gonna go?
I don't think it can go very far because of mage hand. It's only 30 feet. I'm going to keep about 15 feet.
Okay. So are you all ascending the staircase and moving further along?
Yeah, I'm also still checking
Show
for
up.
normal traps.
I'd like to be stealthy.
Okay.
Same.
Roll stealth. Anyone who's rolling stealth, roll stealth.
I don't know what the range of your mage hand is, but if you want to hang back a little bit, Xavier.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow, I
26.
Does the stealth check rely on sound, given that it is dark? Oh no, Mackenzie lit it up. Damn you, Mackenzie.
Got a 26.
To be
Okay.
fair, Vale's
30.
hands are glowing.
That's very true. You
Only a
should
little.
have
It's low
disadvantage
light.
for glowing hands.
Low light.
Okay.
I
11.
rolled an 8.
I'll put it out.
Okay. So, and
what you
Mackenzie, you're continuing to press the magic rock further down the hall, right?
I don't have it go any further than 15 feet from where we are.
All right.
I got a
So-
dirty 20 on investigation for normal traps.
All right. So making your way up the stairs and into the hallway here, that eerie silence is replaced by a kind of sound as you get closer, and as that's not the right button. Reveal areas. There we go. You pass a couple doorways, or you pass two doorways, and as you are right about here, just before an intersection that turns to the right, the stone hovering down the hallway just a bit in front of you, the stone suddenly turns bright blue.
Magic?
I will bring it back.
As it comes back towards you, a gargoyle steps around the corner. And you see its eyes, the same
So-
blue that the
wait.
stone is transfixed
I just-
on the stone.
I just had the thought. I'm using magic to carry a magic detecting rock. It would be constantly fucking lit.
Yeah, it would.
Well, I guess we're screwed.
I'm surrounded by magic.
Unless it's the one
It's
side that
everywhere.
detects. Unless it's the one side that detects magic, and the other side doesn't. I don't think
So-
that's how it works, though. So, I have to-
So as the stone moves through the air, you watch as the gargoyle's head follows the stone in your direction.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh god.
damn.
Oh god.
Play with it.
I fucking hate gargoyles.
Yeah, I'll try and make it go up and have it look up.
As you lift the stone up, the gargoyle's head looks up toward the ceiling, and you see it kind of
God, it's-
swatting at the air like a cat toward the rock.
Upbeat.
Up piece.
Oh, please.
So does the gargoyle know that we're here, or just that the rock is there?
Make a insight check.
Can I assist with that?
No.
Dang it. I tried.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. 17.
The gargoyle does not seem to have noticed your presence. It seems to have seen a floating rock going down the hall that was glowing.
I sneak around it.
It's pretty.
Or is it like taking up the entire hall, or is there some room?
It's pretty big. You wouldn't be able to go down the hallway to the right. You would potentially be able to scooch past it, but you'd be going right in front of it as it's looking up at the ceiling toward the rock that's right in front of its face.
It's
Is
like
Is it the
enough.
same size as the other gargoyle? We just
Yeah, about 7 feet tall with a massive wingspan behind it.
We could take it.
I look at the others and I kind of do the point at my eyes, point at it, and like,
What is
make a swinging motion with.
In a quick
Okay.
moment, I pull out my magic missile wand and shoot. Spend 6 charges.
See,
Whoa,
if we
that's
had a
missile.
webcam on you, Steven, we could understand what.
What is?
What does
Okay.
mean?
Imagine like 2 SWAT team members,
Yeah,
like hand
Like,
motions,
get
like
that
to
part.
you and me strike, but dressed as a tiefling and whatever you guys are.
Could you
The best
imagine?
SWAT team.
Could you imagine a SWAT team dressed as fantasy characters?
Yes.
That'd be pretty great.
Right?
I did do magic missiles.
Okay, you said 6 charges?
Yeah, 6 charges. So that's 8 darts because the first one goes first level.
If
Roll
it
the damage.
becomes necessary, I will sweep the
Excited
leg.
about next week.
I start preparing Eldritch blasts.
11.
The shadows are swirling around my arm and my side.
Whoosh.
13, 16, 19. $20, 24. 32 points of force damage.
Okay. 32. So, the missiles into the torso. You watch as massive chunks just go flying off. You now see this barely held together gargoyle standing in front of you, and its eyes turn and lock directly on Mackenzie.
Can I release my Eldritch Blasts?
You may.
First one's a 16. Second one's an 18.
Okay, they'll hit.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Damage 50 and 15.
And just like before, the entire top torso half blasts down the other end of the hallway, slamming into a wooden door, causing it to buckle, and the rest of it turns into this fine blue ash on the ground.
Cool. I don't think anyone noticed.
Oh, and the sound reverberates through the
Uh-oh.
entire basement. This had
Hannah
been
sees something.
deafeningly quiet. You hear that.
So that body on the ground,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's like half a dude, right?
Does it have a,
3/4, yeah.
does it have guard's clothing on it?
It is wearing it looks to be wearing that same almost the kind of purple and silver outfit that had the feathered crest on the top of it that you know to be kind of the personal guard of the Taldori Council
Oh,
attire.
we're good. The assassin only made it this far.
Um,
I gotta.
I mean, possibly yes.
Are we ever that lucky?
From all, real quick, from all the guards that we've passed, has there been a shield, like a shield laying next to one?
Yeah, I'd say this guy there's a pretty large tower shield.
Any smaller?
No, back in the back hallway there had been a couple kite shields, but this guard currently has a kind of Roman style tower shield.
All right. If we find
And
a-
about 3/4 of one, technically. So yeah, it's 3/4 of a tower
So
shield.
it's a kite shield.
Grab the other third.
No, if I find a smaller shield, I'd like to grab it.
They'll make it. Ooh, I struggle with this. Make a. Vale, are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Make a religion check.
Hey, not me.
Natural 20.
Nice.
All right. Vale, you are going to receive a message.
Happy
Ooh.
Friday the 13th.
You are going-
We get a Nightmare Before Christmas episode. Is that what's
I
happening
get
here?
I get it from my mom. She was
What?
born on the 13th. On Friday the 13th.
Oh, so she likes spooky days.
So for her it's good luck.
Yeah.
I have inherited that a little bit. So I have a set of pale guard armor. Did that come with a shield?
Sure.
Like a kite shield.
Hey, Xavier, you need a shield?
While you're
Yeah.
messaging him, her,
Don't know if
that
it's got
might be it.
insignia on it.
The two doors flanking us on either side of the wall, are they open, closed?
Do a little
Do they look like
peekaboo.
they've been disturbed? Can I put
they-
my ear?
They do not appear to be disturbed. They appear to be closed doors. Did you get my message, Coop? Okay. Okay. Which door are we going to put an ear to?
The one on the bottom part of the screen there.
Can I
Imagine
do
our-
one on the top?
Okay. We're gonna stay with Eldorez for the moment. He started this.
That's
So,
fine.
Eldorez, you're putting your ear to the door. Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception check was garbage.
Oh my God, George Douglas.
He mutes himself. Yeah, it's a 7 for me.
7.
Not very good.
It's you hear nothing on the other side of the door.
I look at Elena and I kind of cant my head towards the other.
Yeah, I go to the other door. Perception as well.
Yep.
22.
Putting your ear up to that door, you also hear nothing.
I just shake my head at it. You'll notice.
You went to the top door, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you hear nothing.
I see how it is. If you had
But
gone
with
to
the with a
bottom door-
20 with a 22, there is a distinctly bad smell coming from that doorway, though.
I just do a bad smell sign to it. It smells bad in there.
What kind of bad smell?
I don't know. Like dead body, maybe? Is that what I'm smelling?
Does it smell like this guy?
It's hard for you to say, especially with the smell of acid nearby. It's kind of hard to pinpoint the smell.
Well, real quick before we go any further, this guy here. This was black dragon acid.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
fun.
it's a very distinctive acid.
Oh.
that's-
Wait. Was Tahar a black dragon?
Taharn was not. Taharn was
I was
a
gonna say, I don't
gold
think
dragon,
so.
or gold or bronze.
Brass.
Brass. That was it. Brass.
Gonna make sure. Not Tahar.
Or was he?
Whichever one does lightning. I think that's brass.
No, that's blue.
No, brass does too.
Brass does fire.
That's brass
Bra-
or
Brass is a line of fire.
We can worry about it later.
Worry about that
In
later.
case.
oh, there's a metal one that does lightning too.
Yeah, there's a metal one that does lightning.
It's brass or copper.
Oh, maybe it was copper. Then he's copper. He's whichever one does lightning.
In any case,
So wait, are you saying we are chasing a dragon?
I have no idea. It's
Possibly
just
dragon.
this is dragon acid.
Is there like shattered glass on the floor by chance?
No.
Are there gigantic dragon footprints?
Mhm. Yes, you actually notice peeking out from around the corner. You see the end of a long black tail.
Man, we're so bad at our jobs.
It's my time to go. I'm going.
Bronze is lightning.
You know what? Iman's. It's
Hey, I was right.
territory.
Bronze is lightning.
Copper's acid.
You said brass was lightning.
Yeah.
I said bronze first.
Oh, bronze. Bronze.
Anyways,
Any
Bronze,
case,
lightning, brass, fire. I was quickly looking.
So, what are we doing in this hallway?
What directions are there to go?
Well, so judging by where Elena is here now, a little bit more of the area you can see here. Dun dun dun.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Oh, is that where the door I was listening to? I thought that was the door I was listening
No, that's a hallway. There's a door that's by. Okay, there's a.
Elena, what are you doing?
Door
I'm listening to
here.
the
There we
door. That's a hallway.
Don't die.
Cure wounds! Cure wounds! I'm out of spells.
What's the restoration?
I could use cure disease. Would be great.
Sorry.
Show. Yeah. What's the game plan?
So is there nothing in this room here that she just looked into?
Did she open the door?
No, I just put my ears to it.
Is the
I
door
just-
locked?
Can I jiggle it? Just a slight like movement to see if it's locked. Not a
Chicken
jiggle,
petite.
just a slight movement.
Not a jiggle.
As you do, you hear the latch on the inside, and the door slides open just slightly.
It's unlocked. Do we want to go in?
Peek.
Can I peek?
As you peek in, and the true smell hits you, you have found the latrine.
Oh God!
Nice.
What nefarious things happened in here?
All right. Well, let's continue on down the hall then.
Okay, so you make your way further down the hallway. Are you still doing the little blue ball of fun?
With the mage hand?
With Mage Hand, that's magic. That makes it go
the
off.
constantly blue.
To be fair, it distracted the gargoyle.
It
I know,
did.
Keep
It is
alert.
true.
There's magic everywhere.
I wish my minor conjuration wasn't magical too. I would fucking make like a fishing pole or something.
Someone please draw that up.
Or how about you just get it commissioned? Just-
Yeah, George.
The gargoyle looking at the little shiny blue speck.
No, him holding the thing out. It's like, this rock detects magic, and you're holding it with Mage Hand. Yeah, so?
Well,
I don't see your point.
Man, this place is magic everywhere.
How can you tell? This rock, it detects magic.
I will. I will quickly pull out a scroll, open it up, and read it. And I'll cast Mage Armor.
More magic.
Okay,
Magic.
Mage armor.
Magic, it's everywhere.
I'll pull out my sword and balance at the end of the sword. I'm just kidding.
Isn't your sword magic?
No, my sword's not magic. It's
Actually,
Okay,
can I try something? Can I see the rock?
it's just
Yeah.
custom. Sure. Quick hands.
If I'm holding it, does it glow?
Okay, look, we've had this argument before.
Have we?
Yes.
With me?
Yes.
Don't remember this.
Yeah, we had a debate as to whether key would work in an anti-magic zone.
Oh, I wasn't talking about key.
Well, your magic is key.
I was talking about the Rhapsody man.
Oh, then yeah, then it's glowing.
Okay.
I forgot about those.
What was that about?
I was just checking to see if I could hold it without it going off constantly.
Oh,
Cannot.
okay. Oh, and I got.
Yeah, activated or not, it's still magic.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'll just
but-
tie some rope around it, like throw it around, and just toss it.
Alright, sneak ahead looking for traps.
All right. Which way are we going? There's that way to the right that it has a
Left is always
doorway.
right. Actually,
Left-
does it look like anyone's been through either of these recently?
Well, so okay, glancing off to the hallway to the right and taking a quick look in, what you see is a couple of anvils and a unlit forge in this area here. It appears to have been recently abandoned. The coals that are in the furnace have completely died down. Well, not abandoned, but recently unmanned. The coals have died down to a very low ember. The tools are haphazardly put back. It looks you can even see like a blade on an anvil that is in the process of still being hammered, that has now cooled. This workstation was abandoned quickly. There's a doorway in this room. There's a doorway at the end of the hall. There's a doorway. There's a bunch of doorways that you can see. There's one here and here and here and down.
Do we check every room?
I don't think we exactly have time to do that.
We need to get in as quickly as possible.
Yeah, is there with my guiding my lights down as far as I can, which I think they could be 30 feet from me, then 30 feet from the next, and go all the way
Mhm.
down.
Are-
They can go pretty far. I want
there-
to see if I see any more blood or gore, like giving us a trail and where we're supposed to go.
Acid drops me.
Yeah, that too.
So you're looking on the floor for blood and acid drops, things like that.
Yes, like just giving a quick sweep of the.
A trail.
Yeah, basically just looking down the hallway, seeing if I see anything similar to that.
Make a perception check.
Guidance.
Thanks. Here, I'll even roll your die.
Oh,
Is it additional D4?
yes.
It's always very nice.
Okay, you roll me pretty well. Oh, that's an additional 4. Perception. Is 21.
Okay. So looking down along the floor and along the base of the walls for any sign of something, you see nothing, remarkably nothing. So little nothing that you're almost convinced that nothing went down this way, and you turn back toward the corpse that nauseated you in the first place. And as you kind of look at it, you notice that ichor smears up along the wall. And as your eyes trail from the body, very faint pricks of that stained bloodwork go up onto the ceiling. And as you make your way down the hall following the ceiling tracks, you see that they go through... I selected the wrong tool. This doorway that has been partly caved in by the gargoyle's carcass.
Okay.
So a miniature black dragon is crawling on the ceiling and gone through a door.
Anything can crawl on a ceiling.
That's fun. Looks like we're going this way.
Alright.
It's stage right.
Left.
And right to me. Alright.
Let's
Let's go, gang.
All right, everyone's going through that doorway.
Check
If there's a
around.
way to do it stealthily.
Yeah, can I do it stealthy?
Can we carefully pick apart the busted door and sneak inside undetected?
Who's gonna try?
I'll try.
All right, Vale. Stealth check and
Ow.
strength check.
Oh. Which one do you want first?
Let's go with stealth.
I just remembered I'm also exhausted.
Nice.
Ooh. Well, it's a 19 for stealth.
Okay.
And strength, he said?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. 11.
Okay. So you very gingerly start to pull the door open, and it, as quietly as you can, and it takes you a couple minutes because every time you try to move it, parts of the wood begin to splinter, and you hear it kind of creak, and you have to backtrack and retrack and try to work to edge the door open. But you eventually, God, I can't fucking breathe. Eventually edge the door open, revealing.
Oh, yeah, we got the strength squad here, don't we?
You sure do.
What are you talking about? I got Bigsby behind me.
Yeah, but I'm a Deswolo.
Big B?
So
Big B.
Elena de Swolo.
Who Matt's?
A sort of entryway area down here in the servants' quarter where you see a lot of their the ground is moist and covered in some hay. You see that it appears that animals have been led through here. You see animal droppings on the ground. This would probably be where they lead in cows and sheep toward the kitchens to be freshly slaughtered and prepared for dinner, as well as the main entryway for receiving carts and servants and troopments into the castle. Things like that.
Is there anybody in here?
wait. Are alive or dead?
Follow the gore trail.
Following the trail o' gore
The goo trail.
leads you straight across over this way.
Okay, so it looks like that way is probably the way we should be going.
Peeky peeky.
So let's do a quick check around in this room before we walk across.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, Elena, you take the floor. I'll see any more on the ceiling. Does the ceiling go any higher in this room, or is it about the same?
This room's actually a bit larger. It goes up to about 20 feet in here.
All right, I will have two of my gloves go up there, two of them stay down here, and I'll fly up to investigate the ceiling.
You see that at the center of the ceiling, whatever was up there dropped down to the center of the room and was then walking across the floor. And that's where the trail kind of ends. Whatever amount of ichor was on their feet seems to have ebbed.
Have we been able to tell if this is like bipedal?
Judging by the footprints on the ceiling and floor, you would guess it is walking bipedal. Yeah, walking bipedal. Through. Get down. Get down.
I'm sorry.
Oh, motherfucker.
Wow.
Jeez.
Sorry, my cat's up on the kitchen counter.
No.
I don't know wherever you moved, but the Wi-Fi is much better than I can see your face now. I'm using it right now, but it works.
I can't see your face. It's sad.
No
I
one
can't
can see my face.
anybody's.
All right.
Peggy's
Oh, yeah.
lying.
Whatever.
Well, it's,
I can see his face.
well, whatever we're tracking, it seems to have dropped down from here and gone the way we're going. Find anything interesting down there, Elena?
I can check.
I almost said Peggy.
It's fine.
Yep.
Let's
Uh,
continue. It's got a good lead on us.
I'm gonna check for some traps. That was a 17.
17. So you don't detect any traps on the door. What you do detect with that perception, though, is while Xavier had been looking at the ceiling and following a particular trail of blood, you do notice that there is a large amount of footprints that seem to be going into this area.
To which area?
The door that you're checking over here.
Okay.
Looks like a large number of people have gone this way.
So, guys, a large number of people have gone in this direction. Don't know if we want to go that,
This may be where they took the council.
maybe, or
Or
maybe the
is
assassin
it
is in there blending
is it
in.
recent or just frequently traveled?
Recent, I would say.
Recent.
Hold on, that sounds good.
Maybe
Yes.
the assassin blended in.
Real quick, which way are you going? Are you looking this way or this way?
Here.
That way. And which way did the trail go?
This way.
Ah, well, there we go. No, let's go this way.
Yeah, right.
Let's leave.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to Marquette.
I mean,
hear
I'm
it's
okay.
sunny there. Alright.
Let's go. Yeah.
And the footprints that enter that way come from mostly down this way as well.
Okay. Let's
Should we
open the
go
door.
in there?
Who is opening?
Quietly open the door.
I'll mage
Okay.
hand it if need be.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Could Glaive have cast Restoration to get rid of this exhaustion?
Nope. Not how that works.
Damn it, I think Restoration does clear it.
Does it?
I think so.
It,
I don't remember if it's lesser or greater. but-
greater.
Is it greater?
Huh.
It's greater.
Well, that'd be a cheat. You could just like never sleep and just cast Greater Restoration every.
Well, as long as you have the spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're casting Greater Restoration, so
That's-
yes.
Yep.
You're gonna
And
cast
reduce
a
target's exhaustion level.
Hey, there's a warlock thing that makes it so you don't have to sleep ever.
If you choose a
All right,
particular.
Xavier, what'd you get on your stealth check?
Damn it.
That is a 17.
17. All right, so the door slides open, and a light kind of comes pouring out of there like a bright firelight.
What do you see?
What do your elven eyes see?
Yes, what do your special eyes see?
I'm talking to you, but okay.
Oh, me? I thought. Okay, I thought we
I was
talked
like-
to fail.
It's
I'm
like, you're not
sorry.
talking to me, are you?
Okay, what do my special eyes see?
As the door opens and you look in, you see a large group of people kind of huddled in the kind of fire drill style, arms over their heads, crouched down in the edge of the room.
I hold my hands up and I say, "We're not going to hurt you."
Do you step into the room?
No. I'm just gonna stay at the door. Not gonna be aggressive. Just very calm. Do you think they would make it safely back to the exit?
Love your cat, dang it.
Would they be able to make it safely back to the exit if we told them to go that way?
You
This might arguably be safer.
What do you think? Do I think they could?
Ow.
Cal's not gonna say anything.
Cal's not gonna say a word.
Any trap and danger is away from this area. We have disarmed all the traps going back the way we came. They should be just fine.
here or going, like, leaving?
Back the way we came. If they want to get out
Okay.
of here.
Do they? Am I able to see over Elena's shoulder into?
Yeah, you can take a look over her shoulder.
Do they look like they are being held hostage?
Make an insight check.
Is there a dragon on the ceiling?
Oh, yes, they're track on the ceiling.
I'll look for a dragon on the ceiling.
Insight check. 19.
I would say with your understanding of body language, they definitely look like a people that are being held hostage. Yeah.
Are there shadows on that wall by chance anywhere?
Yes, the room is actually very, very cast in shadow.
Okay.
Dancing lights. Dancing lights.
No. Is there any? Am I within range of any of those shadows? Am I within 60 feet of any?
Yes, you are.
Have they made any eye contact to any of us?
They did not. As Elena spoke in the doorway, you watch as none of them moved from the floor. Their hands clasped over their head, fingers knitted behind their heads.
Oh, they're down on the ground.
They are down on the ground.
Are they
Well, they're on their knees, on they're squatted down, hands behind their heads.
Tornado drill.
Tornado drill.
Okay. Is there any noise coming from inside this room?
Yes, you hear the sound of a fireplace crackling.
Is there
Are they-
anyone who isn't in the tornado drill or like looks far too comfortable?
From your perspective outside this room, you cannot see that.
Or are they staring at something?
The floor.
Oh. That was exciting.
And they're like, obviously, they're not stone. They're
alive. They're alive.
So we actually see them moving, and they're not just like a static image that might be created by magic.
From what Elena's perception was, yes.
That's real sketch.
Right. I whisper into Elena's ear, but loud enough that the rest of the party could hear if they're listening. We go in carefully. We don't move them.
V-formation.
We don't have them run.
V-formation.
I'm debating bamfing into one of those shadows.
So what does the area that we can see look like? Other than is this the kitchen or?
So what this appears to be is a finer kind of reception area. So the map that I have here does not do justice for what it actually is. I can blah blah blah. It's not what is in my mind because this is from an online resource. So what you see in here, this is where a foreign dignitary that had been admitted into the castle through this main entryway would be met. A meal would be had down in the basement, maybe for brief negotiations. There's kind of a long wooden table, fireplace. Everyone is lined up on the other side of the wooden table, from the wall closest toward the door here.
Okay. I'll walk in.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Sneak.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And Eldorus?
I'm gonna bamf into one of those shadows.
Okay.
Do I now with my trait where I can go essentially be invisible in shadow as long as I'm not doing anything? Once I appear in the shadow, can I immediately be?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna bamf into one of those shadows and then just be immediately motion.
All right. So, you bamf in and are immediately hidden. Vale, roll your stealth check.
Oh, good.
And I'd like to point out I'd like to be as distant from any of those people as possible.
All right.
So,
So
like, I don't want to bamf in between people, but like,
Right. Ignore the geometry that's in this room here because it's not what's actually there. So I'm just gonna freehand real quick or free draw. Fireplace. Let's do. Oh, that's not the shape I wanted.
That's,
Crowd
I mean,
crowd of people.
My God, it's huge.
Okay. So from the cascading fireplace, Oldores, I mean, there's like a number of tapestries along the wall. Let's change colors here. Let's say squiggle, 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 that are casting long shadows to the right of them down
okay,
that you could easily like into.
okay, I'll do that.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and move your token. Which one do you want to be at?
Yeah, it's fine.
The first one there?
Yeah, do that one.
Okay. All right. So Xavier and Elena, you were walking willy-nilly into the center of the room.
not willy nilly, cautiously.
With purpose.
I'm watching my surroundings, see if anybody pops up.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like that little foyer between the door and the rest of the room.
That's because no one went in and no one looked that hard.
Way to go, guys. Way to go.
All right. So what are you doing, Xavier?
As soon as I walk, I realized I was muted. I want to walk in and look around, get more of the look of the surroundings.
As soon as you cross the center, the precipice of the door, you see the large ornate fireplace that is along the north side of the wall. Standing next to this massive fireplace, you see a slender woman wearing an entire black leather outfit with a long hood and cape drawn up over her face. She's kind of standing, hip popped, one arm on the fireplace. On the ground next to her, you see a person slumped against the wall, a thin trail of blood trickling from the side of their head. They seem to be conscious, but barely. And you recognize this person on the floor to be Biagio, the master of information for the Taldori Council. And as you come into the room, large hourglass on the fireplace mantle, and she immediately turns it onto its side, and it stops the sands counting. 1 hour and 45 minutes is what it took for you guys to get in.
Well,
And
there's a few traps in our way.
She turns around and you see a very pale woman, long black hair, and you see these black horns that come from her eyebrows and crests of her head that kind of curl back into a long swooping point that protrudes from her raven-like hair. She's short, probably 5'3". You see along her neck and arms these kind of scale-like protrusions that cover parts of her body. Her fingertips elongate into claws, and a thin tail that curls behind her cape as she turns around. That is not a very good response time for a group of heroes. I could have killed this ambassador.
Well, you did it for a reason.
I wanted to see what the hype was all about. I've heard
Hi.
so... Oh, hello, my darling. Aren't you cute?
I will lean over to Elena, get you ready to grab him. and in one swift moment, I will trade places with the ambassador.
Man, grab him.
Benign teleportation.
All right, let's see here.
All right, time to doot my way into this room. Oh god!
Oh god!
Oh crap!
You're just baby Yoda. You're just baby Yodaing it with the bone broth. Like, oh,
No,
hello.
and I do have my dagger drawn.
I don't know what that means.
I
Oh, have you not seen-
I picture Grandpa Simpson walking into the, putting his coat hat down, turning around, picking him back up, and walking back out again.
All right,
But like stealthier.
Xavier Constantine.
How attached are you to your head?
How attached are you to your head?
No reason.
No reason.
Flipping pages, flipping pages, flipping pages. Ah, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I'm good with those.
Rolls a natural one.
Hey, now.
You're an all-star.
I was just
What's your
thinking.
game on?
Let's stop right now.
As a 15 plus 5, 20.
Okay. As you trade places with Biagio, and you pull your dagger out, faster than you anticipated it, there is a hand at your throat. Expecting to be choked or grabbed and thrust into submission, you were surprised at how gentle her hand on your neck is. And as you look into her eyes, she goes, "You're going to help me now, aren't you?"
No.
And you see this flash in her eyes, and you feel utterly compelled
Oh, fuck.
I knew it. Xavier was evil.
to do anything this woman
A
says.
20 fails?
A 20 failed.
Oh my gosh.
This is fine. Alright, so if I can collapse the ceiling.
George Douglas. Vale.
If I can collapse the entire building.
So, Elena, since Xavier, that was your turn in action, Elena, what are you going to do?
As soon as I catch the dude, I want to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to gently set him down. And then, yeah. I don't know what else to do.
That's the spirit.
So, as Xavier, you kind of straightens up next to her, you see his eyes have turned almost black in their sockets. She turns to you. Very brave. So, what was the plan after that? Or am I going to be ambushed? Am I going to be taken in alive for questioning?
Unfortunately, there is no plan.
Oh, he can't talk, but he would. Not what you say.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ulgaris
not
just
that!
questioning.
Look, we know we didn't have a plan. She didn't need to know that.
Right? Ulgaris just rolling his eyes.
What was the plan? We don't know.
She turns to you and she puts a
Also,
finger.
six,
She puts a bony claw on your chin, digs it into your jawline. My dear, would you be so kind as to hurt her for me slightly?
Also, I gave 6 points to Biagio.
Taking a quick pivot with my foot, I will have both daggers floating next to me.
Oh, he's so
Aim it away.
charismatic.
I forgot he has both daggers. Shit.
He's so charismatic.
Damn it.
I don't know if we're doing initiative or whatnot, because I would totally like fling a dagger at her.
I knew it. He's a turncoat.
Oh no,
You
go ahead.
You're so
Oh, okay.
crazy.
It's your action that she told you to do.
Okay.
If we kill you, I'm taking the daggers.
That is.
Same.
I'm taking the rest
I
of your
rolled a
stuff.
5, but that's 16 total.
You know it's not good.
It's a hit.
Does that hit Elena?
Let me check. Hang on.
So
Does not hit.
Twing.
Dodge it.
Twing.
All right.
Twing. That's great.
So as the dagger misses, she takes a few steps forward. You notice now that she's wearing these kind of thick-heeled boots that even give her a couple inches on that already short frame. Now, where are the rest of you? I was under the impression there were more.
Well, maybe you were wrong.
I certainly.
What? Okay, you were over here attacking me. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my.
I certainly hope not. I was hoping to play with Vale.
And you're a creep.
She puts a hand over her
Fire,
chest.
Straight fire right now.
She puts a hand over her chest, clearly shockingly hurt and almost sarcastic. Oh, a creep.
Yeah.
I have been called many things, but a creep. Hold on.
I'm getting a call. Hang on.
One second.
No, hang on. I just got to figure out what she wants to do now.
Oh, fudge.
Out of curiosity, how quietly can I light my hands up?
Quiet, silent, but bright.
Oh, right.
Do you not know how light works, man?
I'm asking now because it became pertinent.
Because it came pertinent.
What is light?
I think you need to go back to science,
But in
like
absence
eighth
of
grade
darkness.
science class. Like,
All right, here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be part mechanic, part flavor. She reaches out toward your neck, Elena, and this is going to be a roll to hit.
Is she within sight?
Yes.
Can I do a thing?
What would you like to do? As she is reaching for Elena's throat.
I would like to cast Scorching Ray.
That will hit after her hit.
Okay.
Okay, so first, 24.
mm-hmm.
Almost hits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on.
Why do you even ask these questions, Cal?
It matters.
So you take 17 points of piercing damage as the claws, as she just sinks. She just takes all 5 fingers and like presses in on your larynx, and you feel like this cold trickle down your chest as the blood begins to pool. And you also take make a Constitution saving throw.
$15.
15.
You also take.
You also take.
Necrotic, Radiant, Lightning, and Acid.
And
Four-
you're dead.
You also take 14 points of poisoned damage
Sure.
and have the poison condition.
Nice.
What is that?
As you feel
Disadvantage on
this,
everything.
as you feel this poison course into your veins, her eyes lock into yours, and you hear her say, "Where is Vale?"
Pew pew pew.
Here I
Alright.
am, motherfucker!
Roll to hit.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
do I have advantage on these for being hidden?
You do, and then disadvantage for being exhausted.
No, not for
No,
attacks.
Not for attacks.
Oh,
That's
all
not
right.
till 3 points of exhaustion.
All right, I'll give you advantage.
Yay!
Do it, George. Do it, George.
Wait,
that's
is
worse.
it Art Scorching Grays?
That's better. That's much better.
No.
Okay, so that's a.
Well, it's through the circlet of blasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 23,
Mhm.
a 16, and a 22.
2 hits.
Cool.
Pew pew.
Just 2 pew pews? Not pew pew pew!
No, there were 3. 1 missed.
Oh.
Uh,
one happens to go wide and hits Xavier and lets me get out
Oh
of the jar.
no! Burn Xavier's face off.
Oh no.
I mean, as
The
long
16 doesn't hit anyway.
at this point, I'll take Wyatt back.
17 points of fire damage.
I don't know if I should be offended or.
Okay.
I don't know.
Or flattered.
Or flattered. Thank you. That word.
They want me, but they don't want me?
Yeah. As the flames,
One cue?
as the two flames course into her, she turns toward the source of the fire, locking eyes with you. Hello, darling.
Vale, do you know this bitch?
Do I know this bitch?
Who this bitch?
Who is bitch?
You. She looks vaguely familiar, but not completely. You know that you would remember someone who was half dragon like this with horns and scales and a tail, but you can't shake the feeling you've seen her face before.
Okay. Can't say
And-
we've had the pleasure.
Oh, come now, Vel. You don't remember me? We both joined up at the same time.
Nope. I've left that behind me.
Well, let me refresh your memory.
She's still got like a grip
Roll
on my
initiative.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone roll initiative. Just to make this easy on turn
on
workers.
poor Cal.
On poor Cal.
Oh damn.
Man, I roll like shit.
neck.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
That's a high damn DC.
Oh, did you put it? Yeah. Let's do that.
Dude, not cool. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, no. No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Much better.
I mean,
Yeah.
I rolled the lowest that I could roll.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the gigantic humanoid that just appeared in the center of the room.
All
And
right.
then it shrank.
So, 25 to 20.
20.
Okay. 20 to 15.
Oh no.
Really?
That's a good sign.
That's not good.
Cal going, oh, I rolled terribly. 15.
These squares are not to scale, right?
No.
Sure.
No. This is just kind of a mental representation. All right. 15 to 10.
10.
I got a 13.
I know what happened. What happened?
Man, we got the jump on that gargoyle, didn't we, guys?
Yeah, we did.
10 to 5.
Xavier's just sitting out this combat.
Whoa.
I have a 10.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anyone heard it.
Oh,
All right.
apparently not.
I was like, but you have a +5. How did you get less than 5?
And then Oldora's at 1, I assume.
Remember that thing I showed you earlier, Mackenzie?
What?
3 total.
Remember that thing I showed you earlier?
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be real nice right
I
now.
would
Yeah, I
be.
rolled a natural 1 plus 2.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, not good. It's fine. I'm in the shadow and I'm not budging at the moment. I'm just playing it cool. Waiting to see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, I'm playing it cool too.
Okay. So when she says, let me refresh your memory, her form suddenly kind of wavers as if a mirage in a desert, and you watch as the horns fade out, the scales fade away, her proportions shift slightly to more natural height and scale, and you vaguely remember her. This was a girl that joined the Tiamat cult at the same time you did.
Not that much.
Her name was... Gotta find the right page. Which I knew as soon as you were like, what was her name? And I'm
Damn
like,
it, Tyra. How many times?
Lasser was the big guy. Ashani.
What was it?
Ashani.
A shot.
Hey, Maserati.
You tried.
I did. I really did.
Yeah, maybe don't next time.
Could you not?
Roasted.
It's better
Okay.
fire than you've been spitting.
You know what? I'm off today.
Watch
Okay,
me.
you can watch me.
You punch fire.
And she takes a few steps forward, kind of toward Vale, and says, "You know, I should probably thank you. It was me who was offered a position to become the Bashi in your stead after you left." Or I'm sorry, Abishai.
I was gonna
I
say.
was like,
so
when
she
did
is
we
the
when did
best-
we join like For Honor all of a sudden?
Yeah, right. What's that
So-
line? No, I can't remember it.
Okay.
Never
So,
mind.
top of the turn order, it's Vale's turn to do something.
Torn word.
Was she first, or was that just flavor?
Flavor.
Okay. I was like, Cal going, oh, I rolled terribly. 25.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't really have to roll much higher than a 18 in order to beat you guys.
Oh, Steven, you can see my beard much better with a non-black shirt on.
I can't see anybody's.
Oh, you can't? Oh.
No, they're all just picked.
Yay.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ham.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm doing it. Alright, Russian
Do it.
attack.
Doing it and doing
Lots of
it.
attacks. Is Elena flanking? Or is she
Yeah,
a
she's
step away?
she's flanking.
Alright, cool. First attack. Much. 28.
That'll hit.
Alright. Stunning. Strike. Con save.
Uh,
Uh,
Huh?
oh, Gary. Fuck. Okay.
what?
So Ashani wasn't her name. I couldn't find the note that had her name, so I made that one up. I thought it was Boss, but I like Ashani better.
Oh, okay.
Ashani
You
Boss.
name changing bitch.
Yeah, I know. Name changing bitch.
Make her last name. Ashani Boss.
Did you make the con save or not?
She did not 5.
Oh,
unless
sweet.
your saving throw is 5.
God, I hope not. That'd be awful.
That
was 15.
So that brings into question because stunned also gives them the. Does it also give them the unconscious?
What?
In a sense,
No.
where they can't hold concentration on.
No, it does not.
Well, it was 17 damage too. So.
Okay.
Does she make a concentration check? Or is
Sure.
it not needed?
I'll make a concentration check.
Right?
That's a 19 plus. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Math. Why is math hard? 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Ooh. 12 points of damage. Anything cool to use too?
Incapacitated. That's what I was thinking of. And if she's using a spell, she drops it.
Okay.
That's if she's using a spell. I don't know how about abilities. Might be an ability though.
So if she's stunned, she's incapacitated?
Yes, they have the incapacitated. And spells, when you're holding concentration, if the spell ends, if you end it, lose concentration or incapacitated.
Huh. Okay, then Xavier fails.
Dies.
Is
Die.
no longer dominated.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a high DC.
29 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Another 17 damage.
Okay.
No, let's stop there.
Okay. So she is stunned, so she can't do anything.
Yay!
However, as she is stunned, all the people that are on the ground suddenly,
Uh-oh.
as Xavier's eyes turn away from being black and go back to white, you see they kind of roll up into his skull. You see everyone that was on the ground, their eyes, which had been black as well, roll back and turn white. You see everyone just kind of stand up and like freak out for a couple seconds, and are looks like they're getting ready to bolt for the door.
That's fine.
Okay with that.
Except for we're in the door.
I'm kind of off to the side. I hope.
Oh wait, hold on a moment. Did we decide that your attacks are count as spells?
Huh?
Did we decide that your abilities, the key stuff, counts as magic?
No.
No, they're magic for the purpose of overcoming magical resistances.
So
Okay.
key in the general sense, unless it's actually, at least this is my ruling, because it's kind of stupid in certain stances. If it's used to replicate a magical effect, it will not work in magical like INT magic areas. But if it's used for like stunning strike or anything that manipulates ki as ki, because ki is not technically magical.
Okay, so here's my question: advantage on saving throws against magic?
If with the key empowered strikes, they count as magic for overcoming resistances, but they aren't magic in the sense of like casting a spell. So, yeah. And stunning strike is manipulating the key of your opponent to do that. It's like pressure points almost.
I punched her kidney.
Okay. All right then. Elena's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop my sword. Or, I mean, I could attack her with the dagger of wounding.
I mean,
What?
that sounds kind of nifty. With advantage, with sneak attack.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm gonna do the dagger. Ooh.
Hey Vale, what level can monks undo any?
The stillness of mind. I think that's
Stillness of mind is you can spend an action to end one charm effect.
Oh, one charm effect. Gotcha.
That's a
Or
D,
frightened.
20.
That'll hit.
I think you got that at 9th of it.
That'd be
That's I
so
gotta look.
nasty if that could get rid of stunned.
Right?
Are you telling me she's a monk?
No.
Does the dagger of wounding do the same thing as sword of wounding does?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's it do?
It was something It's let me pull it up.
What's it do?
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using this magic weapon, you can wound the target. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turn, it takes 1d4 necrotic damage for each time you've wounded it. It can make then it can make a DC 15 Constitution save throwing, ending the effect of all such woundings on itself on its success.
Yes.
So I don't get the 1d4 necrotic now, since the start of the turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so because I have sneak attack. That's
With advantage.
yeah. Well, yeah. 11 hit damage.
As her back is to you, you slam the dagger into her rib cage. That form that had gone away suddenly reappears. The horns protrude from the back of her head, the tail pulling out through the cape. You see her snarl and bare these sharp fang-like teeth.
Did I take level 2? I forgot if I can. Let me check.
Is it a nice cape?
Level 2 in Rogue.
It's a pretty ornate cape.
I did. I'm going to use cunning action and disengage from her.
Okay.
Was there someone else up here with her or no?
Nope, just Biagio.
Xavier.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I switch places, and then
Traitor
The
to the cause.
Okay, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Xavier, it is your turn.
that.
He's got a spell!
This bitch tried to manipulate me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll show her. I
Xavier
will.
cast Dominate.
No, give me just a moment. I'm going to wave my hand in the air, and basically almost like the outline of my body begins to glow with magic, and his physique starts to change slightly. He grows a tad bit taller, and what muscle structure you can see don't become bigger, but they grow more tone in a sense as he casts Tenzir's transformation.
He becomes swole.
Because I only know about that spell because you told me about it.
and I do become swole. So
Xavier rips off his robes and he's ripped.
yeah, well, the major. And I accidentally hit the wrong thing and started playing the intro scene.
So Xavier becomes Suavier.
Oh,
Yes.
I like
Yes.
it.
Change his name.
And he'll grab his daggers and will walk up to.
You mean his toothpicks?
He didn't grow much bigger. It's very small change.
I think it'd be funnier if you shrank.
For the muscle mass.
You gotta condense those muscles, right?
Yeah. But here's
Somebody changed his Facebook name.
no.
No.
But there is the spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, all of that. Can I? Well, I didn't make an attack action, so I can't do it. But yes.
Gee, there are.
I become Swole Xavier. Swole
Yeah, Suavier.
Suavier.
And I'll get up next to her with just ready to attack.
Did your charisma go up?
No.
All right. Oldores, it is your turn.
Stunned. Let me see something real quick. Stunned. They automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, not constitution saving throws. Shh.
I like how it gives you proficiency with armor, shields, simple and martial weapons.
And
So I can think like, yes.
So right now,
Wears off. Oh, jeez.
So right now, I have proficiency in every saving throw except charisma.
Like you need it in charisma.
All right. Oldores, what are you doing?
It's what, +7 right now?
I'm gonna.
Plus 4.
Charisma?
Shoot.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Not what I wanted
It increases
to
my score. It
do.
doesn't change it like the Titan Stone Knuckles.
I'm hemming and hawing
But-
between two things.
It just adds +2.
What's
plus
my
4 now.
distance from them?
15 feet.
Oh, okay. So it is really close. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do one of two things, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. What you wanna do? I am going to take a chance, and
Take a chance. Take a chance.
Oh,
take
but
a
I-
chance.
I have advantage right now because she's stunned.
That's right.
Okay. I'm gonna dart out of the shadows with my packed weapon, forming in my hand as I'm running at her, and I am going to inflict wounds at 5th level.
Okay.
Well, I have to. Well, I don't
Yeah.
have to. It's a cleric spell.
All right, she makes a whatchamacallit saving throw.
She does
No.
not. I make a
It's a hit.
melee spell attack.
Okay.
With advantage.
This is gonna be nasty.
Yikes.
And a technically melee attack.
Good
so
God,
it's
is
weapon
that what
attack.
is that? 68? 60-10?
All right. So with advantage, I rolled a 17 spell attack, melee spell attack, 26.
That'll hit.
Jesus.
Okay, so on a hit, target takes 3d10. When you cast it at second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for every slot above 5th.
God.
So I'm doing it at 5th level, so that's 70.
Oh, above.
70-10.
And do I also
What?
am I also hitting her with the scythe itself, or no? Just the spell.
No, it's just a spell.
It's just the spell damage. Okay, so 7d10 damage.
Just see him emerge from shadows.
Pretty much.
What I did in Zelda D&D?
6,
That was nothing.
16, 25, 32,
The slow
35,
rolling.
40,
Jesus.
Cal's face right now.
44. 44 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Right?
So that wound that was on her suddenly tears open, and you see this brackish green liquid kind of pour out onto the ground as she screams in agony, turning towards you, Oldores.
We are all here.
That brings us up to Vale.
Glaive drops down from the ceiling.
With a Gatling gun.
What?
I'm back.
Go all out, Vale. Go all out.
Well, yeah, we'll go all out, I guess. Okay. So stun ends at the end of my turn.
Yes.
Okay.
29.
A hit.
Dude, attacking with advantage is nice.
Yeah.
You know how many times I tell myself to add to
What?
more bosses, and then I don't.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Add what to bosses?
Layer actions.
Oh, this isn't their lair.
No, but I just more bosses with okay legendary.
Oh. 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
Flurry of
Oh
blows.
God, math is really hard. 11 points of damage.
You get a
Okay.
stunning striker again.
Well, I'm gonna do a flurry of blows first. What?
I said burp.
Oh, that was awful. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh,
Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
That's unfortunate. Second flurry of blows attack. Well, it's better. A 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, that one's gonna get a stunning strike.
All right. What was the save on that again?
It's 15.
I just meant what was I rolling for?
Oh, Constitution.
18.
Okay, succeeds. 12 damage, and I get to learn. Where is it? Damage vulnerabilities, damage resistances, damage immunities, and condition immunities.
Resistance. Cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. Immunities: fire, poison.
Oh, she's immune to fire?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, good thing I didn't try to fireball her.
I've been
Have you-
rolling in my fire punches.
Oh. Well, how much less damage would that be?
Well, hell if I know. I don't know, take like 10 maybe?
10 total out of like 6 hits.
Yeah, it's rolling really shitty. It's just a d4.
This is just a D4.
Gotcha. All right. And conditioned immunities poison.
Alright, I will relay all of that.
Okay.
Cold, poison, fire immunity.
She turns towards you, Vale, and she says, "I come with the message from Lasser.
Oh.
Punch.
You must come closer. I will whisper it to you."
I'm looking at Vale from over her shoulder and I'm shaking my head.
I mean, I'm in melee range.
Are you gonna get closer?
I mean, no.
As you don't, you see the coy look in her eye turn to a little bit of anger, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Remember how I threatened you and fought my way in here? Dominated one of your friends? Come here.
No. I think I won't.
Pike, save me! 22.
And you have
Evasion.
evasion, right? So an evade for damage means you take none, right?
A success is none.
Okay, so you just dive out of the way in time as she vomits up a puking line of green acid directly
that's
towards.
disgusting.
And you all watch as the stonework on the wall behind Vale completely melts away, revealing a broom closet.
Well, we found the cleaning supplies.
See, she's a creep and she's disgusting.
Never would have imagined leaving the cult would have improved my manners.
And she is going to.
That doesn't count for.
She may
I
try.
think, does it?
Doesn't count as what?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's a bonus action.
Well, it says attack, but that's an ability or a spell.
She's going to say, "You know what I think? I think you two should fight amongst yourselves."
Really rather not.
And she's going to
Fair enough
cast.
anyway.
Yeah. And she's going to cast mass suggestion.
Mass suggestion.
Oh my God.
Is that a thing?
That is a
Yes,
thing.
That is very
What?
much a thing, and I
And
Xavier's got third level spell slots.
I
And that
can't
includes-
cast magic right now.
You
and
are
how-
worthless.
how many people are in this room right
Do
now?
you
Oh,
not have
no.
like a
Did any of them make it out of the room?
Nope.
Don't you have counterspell?
Do you not have counterspell?
I do. I can't cast magic because of Tensu's transformation.
I'm too buff to cast.
Wizard wants to play tank instead of doing his job and playing wizard.
Wizard be wizard,
All right.
not tank.
Wisdom
Who's
saving
harder?
throws. DC 21.
Oh,
21!
21.
Why
I throw a punch at Elena.
Just preemptively.
God! Oh shit, I made it.
Oh, man,
I did
that's
too.
not
That's a-
good.
I really didn't think I was gonna make it.
That's a 22 for Xavier.
23.
Ooh, just made it. Ooh, just made it.
I did
22.
I rolled a 19.
22.
Hey!
Natural 1.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
Oh god, we're gonna chase her down, come back, Eldorus has killed all of the civilians.
Okay.
That's what I'm worried about.
And she's going to run this way.
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity.
Fucking
Can
tagger.
Can I
as-
attack her too?
You would be attacking the nearest person, which would either be a random civilian or Lena, probably.
It could be Vale.
She's
Well,
not
You
Yeah.
know, if this first time, just attack me. Like, I will accept
Well,
it.
Mm.
well,
20 to hit, stunning strike.
aren't you right here? Eldorus?
He's
You
here.
moved up, didn't you?
No, yeah, no, I would have been. I never moved my character. I would have been up because it's a melee
It's
attack.
a touch
Oh
left.
yeah, that's right. Okay, then yeah, you are right there.
Stunning strike, Cal.
Okay.
Con save.
Nat 20.
Nah.
Alright, and that is a
Well, I still do damage. Oh, no fire damage though.
that is a
Right.
22 for me.
That'll hit.
Alright. Let's see. Let's get some of the swole damage going.
12 more points of damage.
Be swole.
Because I get to add extra damage.
I don't get an attack of opportunity, do I? Because I cunning actioned my way out.
No. You have a reaction. Opportunity attacks are reactions.
Yeah, but I'm not in close enough range for.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Okay.
Because I was like, I'm not gonna stand here. I'm gonna cunning action my way back.
Well, never mind then.
6.
So I've
11,
been suggested. Would I still have an opportunity to attack her, or no?
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flail.
Oh my god! I'm throwing this die out. I rolled another natural one.
Oh, buddy.
22 points of damage, 8 of it being force damage, and 4 of it being radiant.
What
Okay.
die is?
Your message sucked.
It's the Vex die. I'm not using the Vex die anymore.
It's because Vex died.
Spoiler alert.
Wrong twin.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Spoiler alert.
Oops.
Technically, she did die at one point.
They all,
They all died at one point.
She died on her
Or
wedding
multiple
day.
points. Well,
That is true.
Yeah, that's very
look,
true.
everyone has bad days.
All right, what die am I going to use from now on instead of that one? Where's my pike die? Oh, there it is.
Didn't help me. Actually, it did, yeah. Pike die got me a 19.
Nice.
For once.
All right, so who's doing what? What's going on right now?
By the way, first, what damage did you deal, Odoris?
I didn't. I rolled a natural one.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I just want to read Mass suggestion. Understand? So, Oldores, this is mostly for you because you're the only one of the party that is under this. But
Okay.
your suggestion, which was you should fight amongst yourselves.
Am I going to start hitting myself?
Hold on. Okay. So, the suggested course of action will continue for the duration of the spell, which is 24 hours.
Oh boy.
There are no other saves for it. When you can specify conditions to the trigger, yada yada yada. If the condition isn't met before the spell ends, the activity isn't. So basically, you're going to want to fight amongst yourselves, Oldores, is what your action is for 24 hours.
But there's only one of me.
Wait,
Wouldn't there technically have to be multiple of me for that to?
It was to the room. So your basic command is you're going to be fighting pretty much everyone in that. But you could be argumentative. You can interpret it how you want.
Eldorus cast inflict
but-
wounds on himself.
Anyway, so she's running, and it is now turn.
Exandria's flat.
What?
Flatter. Like a flatter. Flatter. Sorry.
What?
Whose turn?
Elena.
You interpreted wrong.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna run up
I
here.
realize.
Stabby her again. What?
Stab it.
It wasn't what I imagined, but I'm pleased.
Pretty proud of my 44 damage.
I am too. That was impressive.
It's a 16 to hit. No, wait. Yeah, no, a 15 to hit.
Yes, no,
That will does not hit.
Okay. Wait,
As
do I
you run
have
up to
multi-attack?
as you run up to stab her, her tail flicks and knocks your sword aside.
Don't I have multi-attack already? I don't.
Sure.
Yes, you have
Yeah, I
extra
have
attack.
multi-attack.
It's
I'm gonna
level
shoot it.
5.
I'm gonna stab again. Sorry.
She throws the knife at the ground. Ah!
That's
Just so angry.
Angry.
a 26. Stab
Eldorus, he'll be fine, right?
That will hit.
I got some
I
ideas.
don't get
That's
sneak
my idea.
attack, do I?
No.
Just a single D4. That's 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait! She took a D4 necrotic on her turn. I totally forgot about it.
I'm gonna laugh really hard if
Do
that's
you
what
want
the
me to add
side
it or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
She walks out the room and falls flat on her face.
That'd be
That's 4
amazing.
hit points. Necrotic damage.
Okay. Xavier, it is your turn.
All right, I'll run to the side, and then I'll throw 2 attacks at her, which I have at advantage because of the spell.
As Suavier runs past Uldoris just looks at him. Oh, I see what it is. You're just going to run away from me. You're not going to face me. I see how you.
Slices your legs off with the scythe.
That is
This is going to be the best spell I have ever cast.
that
Aside from the Feeble Mind, which was pretty great.
Oh,
the first.
why does Doris always get hit with me?
The first one is a 24.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right, I'll roll the dice first. Second one, that's a natural 18 plus 11.
That'll hit.
Jeez.
And bonus action to do an offhand attack.
Okay.
The 15 plus 11, so 26.
Those will hit.
All right, so first one, and the third one I just don't get modifiers on.
Mhm.
So first one though. Woo! My dice just jumped. That is 12, 16, 17, 18. 23 points of damage, 4 radiant and 8 force.
Okay, is that all of them?
No, that was the first one.
Okay.
We're only separate.
Oof.
I'll stop you right. I'll stop you right there, Xavier. How do you want to do this?
Yeah! It was at 4 points of necromancy.
It was that 4 points.
I really want it to be.
Alcoa, as she's running away, I will run up next to her, stab her in the thigh to make her collapse. And then I'll take the other
Take out
blade.
Achilles heel.
And then I'll take the other blade into the side of the throat.
Into the side of the what?
Into the side of the throat.
The throat.
All right. So as you come up running beside her, you input the blade in her thigh, and she kind of falls down, catching herself on your arm. And there's just a brief moment where she's holding onto your bicep, and she turns, and you see her blackened eyes look up toward you, and you see her. Oh, I'll be coming back for you, handsome. And you into the side of the throat.
Did that remind me at all of Alec?
I see where you would draw that conclusion, but maybe.
What?
This guy.
Flip a coin.
I didn't like that.
No.
How she said
You don't
that.
like people threatening you with their last words?
No, because it's
I
the second time
will-
this has happened.
Well, Eldoris, put that down.
Feel
Eldoris,
torn?
what are you doing?
Doris is going to cast.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Let's see. What do I have here in my
Nuclear
bag
blast.
of nuclear blast?
Somebody knock him out.
I'm gonna cast hypnotic. No,
Oh god.
hang on. Yeah, hypnotic pattern on
Oh, good.
all of the people in the room.
Oh god.
When you say people,
He means
The
you
crowd
two
of-
half elf.
No,
George, check your
Yeah, I see.
messenger.
The people that are closest to me, which would be all of the people in the room, the crowd that we went in to say.
Oh jeez. What a wisdom save?
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
Wisdom DC 17.
Yeah, and it's a charm effect, so I think the 2 half elves have advantage.
oh
No,
yeah,
No, he's not casting it on you, people. He's casting it on the people.
Oh, the
On the people.
crowd. Okay.
yeah.
That would be a collective 13.
Yeah, they all failed. Creatures become charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creatures are incapacitated. Speed of 0. Yeah.
Eldoris summons
All
his
kinds
pack
of fun
weapon.
colors
Time
and
to
shapes.
harvest.
I'm gonna look.
And I'm just like, ugh. They don't see me, but I am making them see strange things. I am
I'm gonna look over.
I like
Yeah.
to think you're just telling us that. Oh,
I
I'm
am-
making them see strange
Clever.
things.
I feel like we should
Man,
stop
tripping
that.
so hard.
I'm gonna drop the spell, and I'll make my Constitution saving throw because of the spell.
Join me, Xavier.
No, that is a 23.
Damn you.
So I don't become exhausted. I'll walk over to Oldoris and do a. Fuck it. Let's just do third level dispel magic.
You walk up next to Uldoris
Yes.
He is.
within range.
I'll make a save.
Time to harvest. It's not a save, you fool.
For the hypnotic pattern.
No.
What?
Eldoris, just hit him, please.
Um,
What? Eldoris won't hurt me. Shoot.
hang on. I
Can
gotta
you hit
figure
me?
out. I gotta find where I have this written down on my 7 pages of character.
7 pages of care.
He's got like first strike or something. He can hit someone when they come into his arc.
Yeah.
What? I'll make a save. Starts cutting you. Save against
Stab-
blade.
Yeah,
bitch.
Stabbing me in the gut. Yeah, it's the Polar Master. It lets you make an attack when you come into the range. Is that what you're looking for?
I have that, but that's not what I was looking. And I'm trying to find it. It's not working.
Eldoris, use vampirism.
I don't have vampirism
Not yet.
yet.
I
Hang on a second. I gotta find it real quick. Here it is.
pull Xavier back.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Never mind. It's not a reaction.
Oh, okay.
I could have swore it was a. Yeah, no, I'm going to attack you as a reaction then
Okay.
with my
Get 'em.
scythe.
Can you hit me?
I'm gonna laugh really hard if you kill Xavier right now.
21. Does a 21 hit?
Not if I shield. Twing.
Really wanted you to go, yeah.
Oh, I did. It would have, but then shield. Reactive
Okay, so
spell.
it doesn't hit then.
No. And then I will.
The shadow energy wisping off of the scythe kind of collides with your arcane shield, and there's like this poof and like this I'm trying to think of the movie, but there's a is it the third Matrix movie? There's a spot where they hit each other or something, and it's out in the rain, and there's this vacuum of
Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
and rain,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
and I grip my teeth at you, like bearing the feral tiefling.
And I'll do a third level dispel magic. No,
He dispels his shield.
Damn, he knows what he knows what spell to use.
but
I was really hoping you were gonna cast like restoration. So you put out your hand toward Oldoris, and Oldoris, you kind of
I think I have to make a check because it's only third level, and mass suggestion I think is like 7th or something like that. It's like counterspell in that sense.
okay, yeah, it's
He's gotta be strong to into magic.
16.
16? Yeah, so I have to make an intelligence check.
You're so smart.
Yes, and I made exactly 16.
Yes.
All right, so Oldoris, you watch as his hand comes towards you. You almost resist the urge to bite his fingers as they come towards you. And just as the contact is made, this moment of clarity, like a gong in your brain, boom.
Boom.
You no longer have the urge to fight everything. Yeah, and then the hypnotized people behind you, however, are a different.
Hey, Eldoris, can you stop making the people here see pretty colors?
Or maybe leave him like that for a minute.
It is a concentration check. Or it's a for an effect if any damage. It's a concentration spell, so I can drop it whenever.
Mhm.
What are they doing?
Currently, most of them are kind of staring off at the pretty colors and drool.
I'm very sorry. What did is everyone okay?
Yeah, we took out this person. Over
I mean,
here.
I'm feeling a little. Do I know I'm poisoned?
Yeah, you feel as a ranger, you understand the concept of being poisoned, and your neck is throbbing.
Yeah, I might be a little poisoned right now.
As Matt Mercer would say, you feel the oomph in your
Yeah.
system.
Yeah,
The
Cure wounds does not cure poison, does it?
it does not.
it does not.
Real quick,
Unless
I've got a
restoration
couple
does.
questions.
Can we? Okay.
Sure.
Where's the ambassador?
He's currently staring at the pretty colors.
Good. Second question: Who has the wand of speak with dead?
Glaive.
Third question:
Damn.
Where's Glaive?
Back at
Outside.
the food lines.
Oh, jeez.
No, he's not at the food lines. They're
No, he's at the
outside.
front door. He's at the front door helping with the almost dead guard.
Oh, that's right.
I'll be right back.
Can we just does anybody have the ability to
I'll
don't
do a
know.
medicine check on her.
Okay, thank you.
Come on, because she got she get you in the stomach or I can't.
No, right here on the neck.
Oh, okay.
Check her
Yes,
body.
see the massive wound
Doris.
there.
Yeah, check her body.
Oh.
Uldoris says quietly to you.
I'll do a medicine
And then he
check.
turns and he watches the people in the corner staring at the pretty colors. And he just waits for a little bit.
I don't know you're poisoned. I rolled a 3. 2 plus 1. I suck at medicine.
You're fine, Smack.
You're
Ah!
fine.
Fine, that hurt.
I didn't do that.
Can I do a medicine check on myself?
Yes,
You can certainly
let me look at my neck.
try.
I think I'm in range. I'll just call up Glaive and have him deliver the wand.
So you're gonna call Glaive?
Yeah.
Vale, I'm a little busy right now. This guy's bleeding everywhere.
Well, stabilize him.
15.
I'm trying. He's got a neck.
Vale, just go grab the wand
be right
from him. I
there.
can use it.
I can use it too.
Doris, what did you say you were doing?
So Uldoris turns back to Suavier
I'm not
and
swallowing
says, "You checked the wrong body. Check
Oh,
the
yeah.
body."
That's a turn.
And he points at
Oh yeah. I'll
Arishi or whatever her name was. And then he continues watching the people, waiting for things to settle down before he drops the spell.
yeah. I'll investigate her corpse.
Okay, her name
Got
is
a 15
Ashani, by the way.
Ashani.
Yeah, you have holes in your neck and you're poisoned.
Can I heal it?
Do you have a potion of cure poison?
No.
Do you have any herbs on your body that you collected in the woods that could potentially be used in herbalism to cure?
I think I have a medicine.
Do you?
Medcat.
I rolled an
Yes, I
18
do.
for investigation.
18. Okay. So on her person, there are the clothes that she is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
There is an ornate dragon claw dagger. It's kind of a small curved blade with an ornate gold handle in the shape of like a dragon's foot or claw, where the blade coming out would be one of the talons.
Ooh,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
just like Skyrim.
I'll pull that. Anything else?
A small pouch of coins.
Okay.
We'll never
And-
do that again.
Let's see. And
Poison
there
antidote?
is probably about 5,000 gold worth of necklaces and rings on her.
Wow.
What?
She's a trophy-
Dragon horde?
She's a trophy. Trophy.
I'm just gonna write accessories.
Oh,
Accessories.
crude person.
Yeah, I have a medicine pack.
Nothing else.
A medicine pack?
Yeah, like a.
Or a
Medicine?
healer's kit?
A healer's
Yeah,
kit?
healer's kit.
Okay.
No, there is not.
Thank you. I will
I am going to message you what you see in the pouch.
I'll also go in the corner, take a
Poison
seat,
antidote.
and
a
identify
tiny
the
beholder.
dagger.
Tiny what?
Tiny beholder.
Oh, God.
I would love a
Sucking
tiny
your-
beholder.
Oh,
It kills you.
Yes, anti-magic feud then.
So with 100 speed, I imagine I get there and back fairly quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
As you come out there, he makes you. He finishes stitching his neck by hand. This was a lot easier when I could just use my blood to stitch this up.
Well, those days are over now.
I like to think the guard's conscious right now. It's like, what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, the other guard's like, just go with it.
Vale, reach into my back pocket. You'll find the wand in there.
Alright.
Not that pocket, Vale.
Said back pocket.
The
Left
other
cheek,
back pocket.
left cheek.
You've only got one.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Oh, I love that reference.
I'm glad somebody got it.
Yeah.
All right, but eventually you get the wand and manage to bring it back.
Okay.
So how long? Well, I'm investigating. So yeah, I'm ritual casting to identify the dagger.
Okay. So during that 15 minutes, let's have Vale's
I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
on
The body.
Oh,
of.
Eldoris. The body of Ashani.
Thank you. Okay. So you
Wrote
come
it down.
you come to her corpse. The dagger from Elena still in her neck. You pull it out and hand it over to her. The kind of blackish green blood pooling in her mouth. You cast Speak with Dead. The lifeless corpse. You hear this as a thick, pungent flow of that acidic bile comes out of her mouth.
Welcome back. Let me just read up on Speak with Dead real quick.
I believe you can only ask like 5 questions.
5 questions.
I can't remember if they're compelled.
No compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Correct.
And if you are hostile to it, it recognizes you as an enemy.
Oof.
Oh no, it's no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile or it recognizes you as an enemy. Okay. That was all one sentence. Okay.
And there was silence throughout the land.
Had to actually think of a question. Out of curiosity, can the key of a corpse be manipulated?
No, there is no life force in the body.
Okay. Nothing residual left over?
I'd say no.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so I cannot force a truthful answer.
I'd say no.
Okay.
Punch it. Punch the cadaver in to tell you the truth.
Come on, tell me what you know! Dude, I literally can't feel any of that. Shut up! Tell me what the cult's planning. Or excuse me, what is the cult planning?
For the return of the originator.
Ugh.
Wonderful commentary.
Appropriate, though.
Mm-hmm.
I am working under the assumption Lasera sent you here. How long ago was that?
I have been following for some time. Probably a month.
What is the state of the sanctuary?
The sanctuary is intact and crowded.
I feel like that's not a.
Not a good thing.
I don't think so. No.
That was number 3, I believe, right?
Yeah. Had 2 more.
Ask her what she wanted to tell you.
I think she just wanted to spit acid in my face.
Yeah, that's probably totally true.
Fine. Was there a legitimate message, or are you just trying to spit acid in my face?
We know you have the lips. We want them.
Have the what?
The raps.
Oh.
How have you been following me? Is it scrying, or are you tracking me?
I said I have been following. Not you, but the one who is like you.
Bitch, Tyra.
Bitch, Tyra!
Wait, tell them. Ah, fuck.
And with that, the last bit of air rattles through the lungs and the jaw goes slack.
Can we cast it again?
I mean, I don't know. It's got 3 charges a day, doesn't it?
Yeah, and technically I don't see anything in the rules that says you can't.
Now, as I was saying,
you cast a spell. We're sorry. The number you have dialed is disconnected or no longer in service.
it's the worst. Actually, out of
The
curiosity,
caller that you're calling is not accepting phone calls right now. Try again
She-
later.
bitch blocked me.
Bish!
Speak with Dad. Duration 10 minutes. Okay, so I can't just leave her in undead limbo for days.
Infinity.
Is there a need to
Alright.
talk to her again?
No.
I do have some questions, but
No, you ask him if you do it again if you want to do it again.
then we don't have any more pressing to use it. So,
Nothing pressing. Not on our end.
all right, sure, I'll cast again.
What up, Bish?
Stop dying on me.
Just let me die, Carl.
I'm trying to phrase the Tyra question. Is Tyra still involved with the cult?
Yes.
That bitch!
She's
Sorry.
gotta die.
Nope, she's gotta die.
Another option.
Did we just leave the tower now? Like, I need to go kill a Bish. Ooh, can we interrogate her? Put her in a room, just shine a flashlight at her.
All right, easy, Lena.
A
Did
little bit of
Liam
your
make
dad
it to the
spoken through there.
sanctuary?
Yes.
I don't like the way the Cal is giving. It's stressing me out right now.
Gotta ask better than yes or no questions.
Yes.
What happened to
Ba, ba,
Liam's
ba, da.
coterie upon reaching the sanctuary?
What happened to Liam's what?
I had coterie.
Coven?
There were negotiations.
Fuck, Liam!
One job, Liam.
One
One job.
To be fair, did we tell them that there was a cult there?
Oh
waiting?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did. We
We
did.
told them they'd have to fight for it but they'd have a second chance.
Well, negotiations can mean anything.
That's true. What's your next question, George?
What was the result of these negotiations?
Ask if she's the assassin.
We got new pets.
That's rough, bro.
Ask if she's the assassin and the only one.
Ask her who else is tracking you.
So many questions. No. Oh, I can cast it one more time. So
That was the player saying that. That wasn't Uldora saying that. So you do
I
whatever.
mean, we can still cast it one more time. Who was the gunman on the roof? Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Cassandra.
Knew it. All right, burning gray skull down. Damn, she got up on a roof. I am impressed.
Wait, Cassandra?
Yeah,
Sorry.
relax, Elena. She doesn't have to tell the truth.
That's true.
Nope, come back here.
No. Okay, real quick, before bringing it back again. Does anyone have Zone of Truth
Nope.
apart from Glaive? Glaive!
Does he have it?
I would assume so. He's a cleric.
I don't know. Let me look at his character sheets up on here. Wait, why do I sound like Pumat Soul now?
I don't
The
know.
cleric
he-
spell.
He has the. No, I don't think. No.
God.
Character
Dang
sheet.
it,
I don't know if he'd have prepared it, but I think it's level 2. Yeah, level 2 cleric. Or
I do
second level cleric
not-
spell.
If his character sheet is updated on Roll20, I do not see Zone of Truth on here. However,
Well, clerics get their entire spell list. It's just a matter of what he has prepared.
let me look at
I don't know what he has prepared though,
No,
because he was
Percy.
planning on making food all day.
You know what? Just for the shits and giggles of it, he has it
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
Hey, Glaive, I need you for a minute.
Comes back in, has his sleeves all rolled up, covered in blood. Yeah.
Can we ask the shooter question? Like,
I need
what?
you to cast. I need you to cast Zone of Truth while we question this body.
All right, hang on. Poof! Zone of Truth pops up.
Oh shoot! Do we have to make saves now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has 10 minutes passed?
Yes.
Anything from the dagger, or is it just ornate?
Very ornate, not magic.
Okay.
I got a 20. My save.
Is it a
Or
wisdom?
is it charisma or wisdom?
I have no idea. Hold on. Zone of
Just had it up.
Truth.
I should have looked.
It is charisma.
19.
24.
21.
Great, and now I'm gonna roll for a corpse.
I'm not near it.
I'm gonna be real sad if I have to tell the truth.
Glaive, what is your
Do
spell
you
save?
have a dragon horde veil?
It's 16. Okay, so y'all passed, but the corpse may not have.
I may not have to, or I may not be able to tell a lie, but I don't have to answer a question.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
so
Did the corpse pass?
you don't know.
Glaive would know.
Oh, Glaive knows that she failed.
Okay, cool. I can't speak with dead.
Holy fuck, let me
Hello, one more time.
know. Who was the shooter? Just
Have you lied to me thus far?
Okay, let's do this one more time.
I have elaborated the truth.
Sounds like a yes.
Ask about the shooter
Was Cassandra the shooter?
Yes.
Was she manipulated?
Was Cassandra of her own mind?
She was of a mind.
again.
It is incredible what one would do for their family.
Damn it, Elena.
It's not my fault.
Um,
Why do you do this, Cal? Why do you hurt me so much?
Because it's so much fun.
Alright, I'm putting Peggy down. It's a mercy killing now.
I want to be a person.
Alright, we got 2 more truthful questions. Actually, they're compelled to answer, and now they're compelled to tell the truth, right?
Mhm.
What is the next step in the cult's plan?
We have infiltrated. Next step is the show of farce.
The what?
Show of force. Let's go to Marquette. Marquette sounds nice. I got one more.
Are they working with dressing?
Probably. Let's be honest, at this point, who isn't working with each other? Us.
I don't know. That
Uh,
gargoyle, man,
that gargoyle was pretty chill.
down pretty quick.
What are you gonna ask, George? What are you gonna ask?
All right. The last time I'd been in contact with a cult, we were informed that there was a bit of a coalition going on between the cults. Now we know better that the Chained Oblivion has been manipulating all of these cults. So when you come back, you let Lysera know that and then see if the Alliance stands.
That's not a question.
That wasn't a question.
That's a statement.
Well, we'll see if any of that sticks at least.
Well, what's your final question?
I don't know.
You do know that the spell grants a semblance of intelligence to the corpse. It does not actually communicate with the spirit, right?
I know, but it made me feel better.
Who is Wyatt?
Right.
Who?
Is Tyra still working for the cult?
She has been paid for a service.
You fucking
Well, we gotta kill them both now. I mean, that's
we.
they have to die. Well, I suppose we can just severely beat Cassandra, but all right. Peace.
You give back the wand to Glaive. Sorry, we used all your charges.
Yeah, I wasn't using it anyway.
I know.
Once they're done and waterboarding the corpse,
Waterboarding! I knew I forgot.
Doris will drop the spell and calmly, you can all go now.
Everyone starts screaming at each other and violently, some choking each other and
Oh God!
Pushing each other around the room and shouting. Someone comes up to you, Elena, and just smacks you across the face.
Oh,
Yeah, that looks
no.
like fun.
I should have left it.
Yeah, you should have.
I think that's
Alright.
where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Oh, I was about to pacify some fools.
Perfect.
Let's stop there before that gets too out of hand.
Oh, but I was
That
going to make
great.
it more out of hand.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Are we? Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
next week.
Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Now.
Boy,